Yeah, I think we had a great week of practice, and you're right. It does help to have that momentum going into it. So hopefully we take care of business and get better.
How did see Eric Gilbert get that touchdown out there? And what about Blaylock as well? It's nice to see him out there as well.
Some of the best ball skills we've got on the team, and just a player, just a dude, and knows how to get open, knows how to catch the ball, knows what we're trying to do, blocks his butt off. Really good player.
Stetson, you talked last week about how y'all got back to running fun in the second half last week. Was that sort of what happened in the first half today, or what let y'all get off?
Yeah, I think we, when I say fun, that doesn't mean not hard work, and I think we did that this week in practice. We had a great week of practice, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way through, and it's because we're like, hey, this is football, right? When we score touchdowns, when we do good plays, it's fun, it's exciting. That's why we got started in this whenever we were little kids, so let's just bring that back.
What was the key to the red zone efficiency in the first half?
Running the ball. It's hard to be successful in the red zone and not be able to run the ball. And I think our guys, did a really good job of that, and we converted third downs and threw it when we had to.
What helped you get into an early rhythm?
Sorry?
What helps you get into an early rhythm?
I think it's what helped me today, or what helps?
No, what helped you today? Yes.
Okay. I was warmed up good, again, good week of practice, throwing with the guys, confident in the game plan, and we're just ready to roll.
Do you think it was just about your execution today? You guys were able to feel like you executed the way you wanted to?
Yeah, again, I think it goes down. It's a product of our week of practice, and then executing it on game, right? Because it doesn't matter how good your week of practice is if you don't execute and not into game day. And I think we carried that over from them.
What did you think the key was? So more balanced attack. It felt like you guys were able to air it out and also get the ground game going as well.
That's Monk. It was working. I think O-line, wideouts, tight ends, everybody, backs, we're all just ready to go with what was working. And I don't know what it all balanced up to, but I felt like we could.
How dynamic is a guy like Dylan Bell in your offense, especially coming in as a freshman, had that one touchdown call one in the second half? How do you feel about him taking a bigger role?
Yeah, well, I hope so. I love good football players playing for us. It's my favorite thing in the world. And he doesn't talk that much. He gets in, he comes in, does his job. He's learning, the speed of the game from high school to college now. He's doing a good job.
What do you say to you guys post-game after this win?
Good job. He was proud of us. He's proud of the way after the starters went out, offense and defense, we kept the shutout and we scored more points on offense, right? And so I think that's impressive. It shows that they were locked in on the sideline and that they're ready to play.
Career high day from Darnell today. Sometimes you feel so comfortable throwing the ball up there because you're just so big and so effortless that you can come down with passes.
Yeah, he usually comes down with them. It's like throwing to the Pacific Ocean,
You mentioned after starters went out, the rest of the guys really kind of kept that momentum going. What did you see from Carson today?
Yeah, Carson's his third year here. He's really good football player. He keeps getting better, keeps learning it. I think sometimes when you guys ask me, how are you tutoring the young guys, and you guys include him in there, I'm like, well, he's not a young guy. He's been in this offense the same amount of time I have. He a little out route Dom and Kenny. Yeah, they just didn't cover Kenny. It kind of caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, all right. But yeah, that was good to get in the end zone. But it was better to score 55 today. We wanted that. Cash made a great run at the end. So that was cool.
That you're able to make 5 or 6 throws beyond 20 yards, a lot of air yards behind your throws today. Can you talk about unleashing some of those balls on target?
Yeah, I felt better this week. Just coming in, just throwing. I kept warm on the sideline. Ball felt good coming out of my hands today, and good protection. You got to have that for balls down the field. And the dudes went up and they played.
Last run I want to ask you about looked like a train wreck coming. I know you're pretty smart about getting down and preserving yourself, but that hurt. That looks scary. What happened there?
Well, they went 0, and I probably should have just thrown it away after I scrambled. But the dude got up on me. I didn't think he was that close until he hit me. I was like, geez, that hurt. But Yeah, I mean, I probably need to be smarter there, but Pod made the field goal, so we ended up.
Stetson, as the guy that's throwing to him, how would you evaluate how far the receivers have come this year, what the state of that room is at this point, kind of heading into the bye week at about the halfway point of the year?
I'd say we've gotten better, and I'd say we've got a long way to go in all positions, right? And I think that's what this bye week's hitting at a great time. Go in there, get healthy, get better, and then go face a really good Florida team.
How much personally do you need that bye week just to get ready feeling right?
I'm really not feeling that bad. I got there's like somebody, you ever get frogged in the shoulder? That's what the last hit felt like. So it's just bruised. But I don't know. I'm not too beat up, but we've got a few guys who are.
How's this offense evolved? I mean, early on, it looked like you had that quick perimeter strike going. Looks like defense adjusted. Monk adjusts back. I mean, what would you say about where this offense is at and what's ahead?
I don't know what's ahead. It depends on how we keep going. But I'd say we executed the plan today very well. I'd say we felt comfortable with it. There were a few times where we weren't on the same page, and that's got to get fixed. But overall, I'm really, really happy with how we executed and how physical and tough and hard we played today.
Steve McNair, I guess, led the league in touches. Are you aware of this story?
Who?
Steve McNair.
Okay.
Have you heard this or not?
I have not.
Okay, so anyway, the guys are talking about touching, smiling, and the way that y'all are connecting with one another. How's that been going lately?
You said
Steve McNair.
Steve Nash.
Was it Steve Nash?
Steve
Okay,
Nash.
so they said Steve McNair. Okay,
They're
go
wrong.
ahead.
They're wrong.
I'll tell Pop. I'll tell Pop they're wrong.
Well, yeah, it was Pop. Yeah. Good. I like talking to you. Yeah, I mean, it's just, they did a study on it, and, it's just, hey, we're here, right? I mean, I don't know what it says to the guy, but it's like, hey, do better. Hey, you're good. Hey, great play, right? It's just let them know that, hey, we're teammates here. We're here. I don't know the science behind it, but I do know it helps.
How much does connection matter in this team? We're 7 games into it, and you've got a rough stretch coming up. How much will that matter?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be at the epicenter of whatever we do. That's why football's so beautiful, is because it matters what all 11 do on every single snap, right? Some positions don't have as much importance on particular snaps, but they're all crucially important in any given scenario in any game. And we've got to know that we rely on them, and we got to know that when we mess up, that the guy next to us is going to have our back, right? And that's that trust and that belief, and that, hey, we might have to go through to the gates of hell, but I know you're going to be on my left and you're going to be on my right, and we'll get through.
Stetson, what was it like to throw a couple touchdown passes? I know some people are like, oh, you didn't have any last 3 games. You obviously could have had some. I think Bowers got tackled at the 1-1 game.
Yeah.
I mean, is it good just to get that off you, or do you don't care?
No, I mean, I try to throw the ball to the guy who's open. I'm glad that in the last 2 weeks we've done better in the red zone, scoring touchdowns. So I'm happy about that. And the touchdown took care of itself.
You pay any attention to the other games in the league? I mean, Alabama, Tennessee, big showdown, back and forth.
No, that was a focus today. That was hey, we're playing Vanderbilt today, right? And whatever's going on around in the country, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to us, because we're playing an SEC East opponent, and we've got to go out there and do our job. And if we're focusing on another game, then we're not focusing on ours. And now we can go watch the games, right? Now
do you have a curiosity about that?
Yeah,
I think it was 42-42 with about 7 minutes left.
All right, I saw there's a fumble.
49-49.
There was a fumble.
Oh, it already happened. Okay.
So you are tracking it.
Well, it was when we went into the locker room. They had it in the treatment room. I saw it. I think Tennessee fumbled 15.
And that happens though. That type of fumble can happen for a quarterback and a running back.
No, it shouldn't ever happen. No.
Stetson, so much was made of you having an entire offseason for Monk to design the offense. Can you just reflect on where you're at now, maybe to the halfway point of last season, when I guess you were just kind of taking over in that Arkansas game?
Yeah, I mean, it is weird. I thought about it in fall camp and in the games leading up, just like the timeline, the time is just different than last year. I don't know.
Do you feel that much? I mean, obviously you were running the offense effectively last year, but does it feel that much better now?
Yeah. I'd say, it's a mix. There's a whole different there's a bunch of variables that go in. You know, winning a national championship helps. Going through a whole off season with the guys helps. But yes, I would say there's a higher confidence there in the offense.
Talk about the bye week coming at a good time. I wonder if like mentally it's a good test because first 3 weeks wire to wire, it was great. Last 3 weeks, kind of uneven, and then this week back to wire to wire.
Yeah, I'd say mentally. We've got to get away from that. You know, we've got to get away from, like I said, expecting. I don't know what it is, but we got to play our game every single week, and we've got to play it until that last whistle blows. And if the bye week helps, then I hope it does.
Is there significance behind